How's it going, everyone? I'm Contemption. Today we've got a double imprison skill on this T5 player. We're going to take a look at that now. Let's get through the intro and here we go. Alright, so if you do like these videos, please do hit the like and subscribe. We did a lot of live streaming for this KvK Season 2 in 2396 over the weekend. Almost got up to 11 hours in total between the two live streams. Had lots of fun. Really appreciate everyone who joined in. I'm going to have lots more live streaming, especially with Strife of the 8 in my main account in 1937 coming up soon in a couple weeks. That's going to be a lot of fun. I always stream my Ark of Osiris's. That'll probably be Saturday and Sunday, but we'll see if I'm going to do both. But here we go. This is what we got. We have a T5 player who was found off territory in War Frenzy, who was fighting and got imprisoned. Now it's 84, almost 85 million power. Decent kills. Looks like a great fighter. Just caught themselves in a bad situation. Almost 11 million dead. Very good. Unfortunately, the rallies kept coming, and I said at the beginning it was in double imprisonment because right before the first one finished, the second one started. So there was a lot of coordination. There was two kingdoms involved in these rallies, so it was pretty crazy. I don't have a report for the last rally, but you can tell the power is down so much, and we go through some other rallies. It's pretty ugly. So let's just take a look. I've got the background music playing the same as my live stream. So we'll just watch this and see all the skill damage take place. There's some nasty swarms that don't end well for the players who swarmed it, but we'll see how that unfolds. It's pretty crazy, but let's take a look here. Tamaris, obviously as a secondary, is completely deadly. The YSG caught a lot of people off guard, which is unfortunate because you think when you see a Charles, you should assume there's going to be a YSG behind it. In most cases, that's what happens. This report was pretty good. It was just the next ones that really caught the player off guard, and it looks like the player was not able to heal from the field fighting previously before the rally could hit, because there's a lot more dead than there should be if their hospitals were empty. So that's very unfortunate for the player, but good for the attackers. But as you can see, people are going to get ready to swarm here. And the problem with that is that your march is going to continuously try to attack the city even after the rally's done. And the health of the T5 player is back to full. Your march just melts and it all dies. It's ugly. But yeah, here we go. Now they're going to start swarming, which, you know, in most cases is fine. But as you can see, all these other marches coming here are wrapping around, and there's another rally coming. They're both going to finish before these marches can actually hit the castle, which means you'll see in a second, full health again and people still hitting it. Obviously down to 79 million now, which is a pretty steep drop, but these other marches just melt. And thankfully, YSG can only hit 5 targets, because if not, it would have been even worse. But as you can see, just routed players, lots of dead. But here's the first report. As you can tell, the hospital was obviously not cleared. They have 367 dead, which is a lot more than the rally did, and 132,000 severely wounded. So definitely took a beating. If the hospital was not full, it probably all would have just been severely wounded, which is obviously what you want, especially when your city's getting rallied. As you can tell, expertise commanders, I'm sure great gear on all of them. Unfortunately, it's not Season of Conquest, so you don't have extra buffs or crystal tech, which is good and bad, but it was pretty ugly to watch. And then we're going to see a couple more here in a second. Yeah, the rallies did not stop. I think the next one's coming here. From which side is it coming in? Yeah, so okay, this is where the second imprisonment comes in. So we were all keeping an eye, seeing what was going to happen, because there was no rally hitting the city. He could have teleported away. If not, but the banner hit, and it looks like the other imprisonment happened right before it finished. So we take a look again, and it's back up to 10 minutes. So the war frenzy, of course, lasts longer than 10 minutes. So a double imprisonment is pretty deadly, and rallies come shortly afterwards. So there was no escape for this player. And it was pretty crazy. I think there are 3 more rallies to go on this player. And there was a lot of dead. Yeah, so here's the next rally. So it was a Saladin, and I believe it was a Saladin Khan. But we'll take a look in a second. You'll be able to see it. It's pretty clear. This one does not do as good, obviously, as the Eddie and Tommy. But it still does pretty decent. Oh, sorry, it was a YSG secondary. So Saladin YSG. I don't know if Khan would have been the better choice. If you're lucky, it might, with the skill casting more than once. His primary skill because of his expertise, but Saladin YSG is not a terrible choice. But it does not do nearly as good as the Eddie and Tommy, as you can see. And I don't know if they're going to get reinforcements. Looks like they might get a few. That guy left the rally. Not sure why, because I don't think he reinforced it with another march, but oh well. Yeah, it's not getting reinforced. So I imagine, did he cancel on this? I can't even remember. Probably gets down pretty low before it cancels. Yeah, he's down. The emoji's flying. Ouch. Yeah, it should have been canceled long before that. I don't see reinforcements. You can see the troops just dwindling. Not very good, but they must have been keeping it for the other rally incoming. Toxic Cheese comes to hit him. And what has he got this time? He's got an Alex. Was it an Alex and Charles or Alex YSG? Hopefully Alex YSG. But let's see. We've got Alex's primary and then Charles. I'm not a huge fan of that as a rally. I think Alex YSG is way better. You're getting a lot more skill damage. Yes, you're taking less dead and severely wounded with Charles, but not nearly as good. And there you go. He cancels right before the next rally comes so that you have more troops to kill, which I thought was awesome. Yeah, you might have gotten more kills or dead if they would have finished the city completely, but this rally does really well. And the player did not have time to clear the hospitals, that's for sure. There's no way, unless they gemmed it, but I don't think so. And there was also no stone or gold from the initial report. There was food and wood, but there was no stone or gold, so this player might have been out of resources as well, which just slows down you healing your hospital. And of course, people fighting up top, which makes no sense. And people start to... OS 96 can go around it because the rally's not hitting it right now, so they're not going to get the AoE until they start attacking it. And then the AoE is going to start hitting. And the swarm begins. I think this is the same issue as last time where everybody goes to swarm, but unfortunately, once the castle's defeated, the health goes back up again and people get wrecked. So I'm sure this player did quite well on kills, but also took a lot more than I'm sure they wanted to. And there you go. Full healing, but people are still hitting the city. Not good. Youch. Yeah, like anybody hitting that right now. Look at the YSG. Oh, 62,000. Youch. Yeah, so the Saladin YSG didn't do that great. It wasn't reinforced very well, and they waited until 47,000 remaining before they canceled, which never very smart, but maybe he was waiting for that other rally to hit before he canceled so they couldn't heal their hospital. But obviously she healed some because she had 117,000 severely wounded still. They weren't all dead. There we go. We got one more rally coming in. Down to 73 million power. So definitely taking a big beating. And it's just about to get even worse. So it looks like we're going to have Eddie again. And I think this was Tamaris. I don't think it's YSG. But we'll see what happens. I don't see any stacks, so maybe it was YSG as a secondary. No, it wasn't. You just can't see the poison for some reason. I guess probably because it's another alliance. And I can't see it. I'm sure OS 96 players can see the poison stack there. Yeah, it does so much more damage. Eddie's definitely the clear choice for a garrison of Charles with YSG. It does really well. Especially if you're reinforcing, which it looked like this rally was. Oof. The skill damage is just crazy. And I think it's coming up here. They have Duke, which is awesome. Definitely something the king wants to put on is Duke. And the swarm comes in. And I believe the war frenzy for the player is almost up. But they're going to get it. No, there's the bubble right near the end. So their war frenzy probably just popped right there. And that was it. So that was pretty ugly. That player took a huge beating. There's a great report. I didn't get one of the Eddie at the end, but it was still really good. But that's all I got for this video, guys. Thank you for checking it out. Until next time, have a good one. Please hit the like and subscribe. See you later.